Receive it, turn, bend, and lift it up. Takeaway, cocking, backswing top. After that, I never take backswing lessons. All my backswing worries completely disappeared. Practice wrist rotation, hip turn, body turn sequence, and you'll gain 30 yards instantly. Hello, I'm Pro Han Sungmin from Gus Golf Team Forton.
Pro, I've noticed amateurs lately think shorter backswings are better. It's become quite a popular trend. Could you share some backswing tips? I'll help with backswing tips today.
Sure, thanks. When amateurs make their backswing arc too small, body coil decreases too.
Right.
The cocking amount decreases and it becomes more of an arm swing. Less body rotation in backswing, lifting only with arms creates topped shots or steep digging impact, much higher chance of that. Forcing a smaller arc puts your driver and longer clubs at a serious disadvantage. The chances of mishitting go up substantially. Backswings have two main types, you know. There's a one-plane backswing going up one path. And there's a two-plane backswing going up two paths. I also struggled with this backswing dilemma. For a very long time, almost 10 years not knowing how to take it back. Every pro teaches it differently, right? Some said lift this way, others that way, so I started separating each backswing component individually. This made my backswing much more consistent and easier to execute, rather than following trends. Having consistent, easy backswing is much better, right? Let me practice with this stick.
Got it.
I've placed this stick at my belt buckle level at address. Like Swing Crow mentioned, trying to keep the arc as small as possible becomes a habit. Body rotation and turn get reduced during backswing. I look at the left side endpoint. When the backswing reaches this point, it should go inside the body, inside the feet. Right. Without that coiling, I call this an arm swing. Even from the side view, it feels like this. Why do amateurs do this? They think the center axis should never move, but we're not invertebrates. Some body movement in the backswing is good. I mentioned earlier that I break down each swing phase into stages. I don't do a one-plane backswing all at once. I use a two-plane backswing approach. Let me show you. I put the grip end at my belly button and grab the shaft middle with both arms extended. Without letting the grip leave my belly, I rotate until my left shoulder comes under my chin. Now it rotated like this. Just this rotation alone brings the grip end inside my body already.
Exactly right.
We call the first backswing stage the takeaway. In this takeaway, the body must rotate and coil. This coiling should be nearly 100%. So the first stage is rotating sideways so your left shoulder comes under your chin without the grip leaving your belly button. The body rotates like this. Second phase is when the grip leaves your belly and you cock your wrists. Here's a huge point for amateurs who overswing a lot. They cock too late, that's why they overswing. So here's the takeaway first. If you go like this and cock at the end, you'll overswing. So if the first stage was coiling, the second stage is wrist cocking. Now my body's fully rotated and my wrists are fully cocked. Then all you do is lift straight up vertically. From the side view, it'll look like an L shape. You turn sideways, hinge the wrists, and lift it up, right? So the sideways path and the upward hinging path are completely different. That's too plain. I find this makes maintaining the backswing much easier. Because we separated each movement. The turn, the hinge, the lift. But trying to do all three in one plane causes mistakes. Sometimes too much coil, sometimes too little, sometimes late cocking, sometimes too rushed, inconsistent. I used to do early cocking and turn. Short takebacks, then extremely long ones. I've tried everything but this left shoulder under chin. Take away with hinge and lift, this swing feeling. Initially feels like an L shape, but when it connects, It's not strange at all. Not awkward whatsoever. That's why I teach 3 stages in the backswing. Golf theory has about 10 backswing stages alone. How can you focus on all that? Simplify it to turn, hinge, and lift? That's how I do my backswing. After that, I never take backswing lessons. Backswing worries completely disappear. Just eliminating backswing concerns and maintaining consistency makes thinking much simpler, right? This is my backswing. I usually recommend 2 plane over 1 plane to my students. First time hearing this? During my sensitive period in a 5-year slump, my swing felt different every season: spring, summer, fall, winter. But focusing on just these 3 backswing elements eliminated my worries and reduced my sensitivity significantly.
So you break it down like that, but it doesn't actually work that way?
Right. These 3 parts become one unit. When you actually hit the ball, you connect them naturally if I clearly define just these 3 stages. What's really great is you can say step 2 is wrong or step 3 is wrong and focus on just that section. So it becomes much easier to maintain your swing.
And the transition from backswing top to downswing is where amateurs make lots of mistakes.
Right, earlier from the address position, I told you to create maximum coil on the takeaway. Then my weight shifts to the trail leg, at least 70%, sometimes up to 90%. So weight has already shifted right during the backswing. If you hit the ball from here after turning up, you're in real trouble. Hitting from the right side causes poor contact, thin shots, and spin-out moves, so the ball won't go straight. From backswing top to downswing, first thing is keeping the left heel direction while pushing and stepping down. Now my head followed through too much. You need to practice like this first. From backswing top to downswing, weight shifted left, right? But here, just drop your trail shoulder. From backswing top when stepping down. When you step down from the top, lowering the shoulder keeps the head from following and maintains center axis for this movement. But hitting from the right without weight transfer won't work. Backswing top, downswing, then impact and release. That's the sequence. Backswing top, downswing, then impact and release position. That's the sequence. Man, my voice is really shot today.
You've been teaching so many lessons lately.
Thanks for booking so much. Here's a drill with the club down low. Cross your hands like this, and when you're in backswing position, from the front view, if you create proper backswing coil, my right shoulder disappears. Right, it's hidden. This much coil needs to be created, and this coil must be established in the first takeaway. Please remember this. So the backswing goes up, and on the downswing, you step toward your left toe. But your head moved again, right? Because your shoulder couldn't drop down low enough. In the backswing and downswing, only your shoulder dropped, but your head stayed put. You can't try to force this position too much. I can make a motion that keeps this naturally. From the backswing top, this position becomes the downswing motion. Now as we come into impact to hit the ball, the left hip fires up diagonally while straightening the left leg, creating that explosive movement, while you're supported on your right toe. 1, 2, 3. The swing's already finished. Impact, release, and follow through the swing has progressed completely. 1, 2, 3 sequence. When students come for lessons, I always start with downswing instruction first, unless the backswing has major issues. Setting backswing aside, here's what most golfers do on the downswing. Earlier, we maintained that coiled position while shifting weight and dropping the shoulder. But most amateurs lead with their body first. When the body turns first, you get top shots and fat shots in the downswing. Instead of letting your torso lead first, maintain that coiled position while weight transfer with shoulder drop is more important. As the shoulder drops, the arm comes down and the club follows, then entering this impact zone. Using wrist rotation and hip turn. creates that release position, then a body turn follows through to create this finish position. Additionally, when hitting the ball, think of 3 rotational forces: wrist rotation, hip rotation. Hip turn and shoulder turn here. That's body rotation or body turn, but most golfers use body turn right after backswing. Then your body leads, creating a steep path that hits down on the ball. But from the top of backswing into downswing, no body rotation, hip rotation. Or wrist rotation used, right? No rotational forces in downswing. I recommend this. From backswing top. From the top, focus only on a weight transfer during downswing, then entering impact zone. My sequence is first wrist rotation, second hip turn, then body turn follows last in that order. This helps amateurs easily create draw ball flight for more distance. Let me show the difference. Backswing up. What happens now? The body already led, body turn and hip turn already used. What about wrist rotation? Can't use it at all. This creates bad slices, shanks, and all sorts of problems. All problems stem from this. You need to stop body leading. Completely missed it. Amateurs struggle with no distance, can't hit the ball. So they rush their body turn. Then the body gets even more ahead, face control disappears, and despite using more effort, distance actually decreases continuously. Let me show you the motion I taught. At the top with weight shift, still nothing has rotated yet. From here, wrist rotation, hip turn, then body turn sequence. This creates the proper shape.
Let me add some speed.
Beautiful draw curve created there. Light swing, 7-iron went 150 yards. Without weight shift, the ball gets stuck and power doesn't transfer. So in the downswing, rather than quickly turning your body, shift weight back from the right side to where it started. Or think about loading even more left. Body doesn't turn here. Keep that coiled position, plant your feet, drop the shoulder, then wrist rotation. Hip turn, body turn sequence.
Amazing thing is my body was facing you, but just wrist rotation made the ball go straight when it should have gone right. That's incredible.
The wrist rotated before impact, not dragging through, making the head square. I really hate that dragging motion, but people who keep dragging have rushed body movement. Once the body leads, you can't rotate the wrists. Baseball players who can't rotate and keep dragging like this hit foul balls sideways for the same reason. Backswing top, plant down. Rotation, hip turn, body turn. Now I'll add speed using just wrist rotation. No hip or body turn. Hit a 7-iron. Distance went 200 yards. I hit that ball using only wrist rotation. But you'll see some hip turn and body turn in the video. To easily get distance like me, hold back the hip turn and body turn at first and use only wrist rotation. Feel hitting with rotation force that creates distance. Then add hip turn and body turn for explosive distance gains. If your problem was only turning your body, you're using your body too well, so hold your body back. Push from the top. Rotation, hip turn, body turn sequence. I really recommend practicing this drill. It'll help amateurs a lot. Come learn this. Practice wrist rotation first like I showed you, at home without clubs, hands crossed. Push from backswing top, rotate wrists, then hip turn, body turn sequence, and you'll gain 33 yards instantly. Your distance will increase. The ball gets hit by the club head, so head speed must increase for more distance. Think about whether you've been practicing head speed or just trying to speed up your body. Follow this sequence. and your distance will definitely improve. Thanks. One thing I always emphasize for approach shots because distance control accuracy matters most in approach. The key difference is that never think you'll hit exact carry distance on approaches. It's completely different.